Have you ever canoed down a babbling brook?
No, but I have cried at a Taco Bell.
Oh, same thing. Listen up, campers.
It's time to buckle up, pitch a tent, and take a hike.
Because Camp Counselors is a variety show.
So prepare for a good old-fashioned kumbaya,
Weird news,
hot gossip,
and scary stories around the campfire.
so spooky.
Is this podcast even about camping?
No, but it is camp. This is Camp Counselors.
Hey, happy campers.
Welcome back to Camp Shady Birch.
It is episode 67 and our Christmas spectacular.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
I wish you were more confident in those runs because I really believe that you could be a classically trained singer if you wanted to be, Jonathan. I've said it before and I'll say it every single time.
Well, I can't be a threat to Brenda Lee this Christmas season.
The Queen of Christmas.
So not only is it our holiday episode, but it is also the last episode of the year from Camp Counselors.
In the last episode forever. This is our farewell episode, campers.
No, we're never leaving ever. Even when we're dead, we're going to be podcasting from beyond the grave. We're going to figure it out.
Yeah, so we're not going to have an episode through the Christmas season. We'll be back January 3rd, a little reprieve from us. We're going to miss you so much, but I think it's good for everybody to come back, have a nice reset, and really keep the good vibes going, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And then next year, we've got some fun, exciting things coming your way that we're really excited to talk about.
Trail Mix will be back. The show will be back on January 3rd. But let's get into today's episode, campers.
So what did we do this week?
We actually had a lot of fun this week, you guys. A lot to catch you girls up on. So the first thing we did that was kind of like noteworthy to talk about is that we got invited to a Bravo event for the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip for the Legacy Roni. I know I'm throwing a lot of buzzwords at you if you do not watch Bravo.
That was a lot.
Essentially, the original cast of New York, Real Housewives of New York, got canceled. They brought in a new group of girls. But for the original girls, they have this like just one season spinoff of like them going on an ultimate girls trip vacation. And this was like a press event for that show.
Right.
Obviously, what we're going to talk about has nothing to do with the show. Who cares? It was very, I'm really excited for the show.
Me too, because we love those girls. And it's Luann, Kristen, Sonia. Who else was that?
Dorinda,
of course.
Ramona, and Kelly Ben Simone.
Mm.
Okay, so let's just start off with a little bit of gossip.
Okay.
So Ramona is canceled right now in the Bravo universe for saying like really like racist stuff. So we're not sure if they're going to edit her out of the new season, but allegedly she was not invited to this event because when I got the email, I saw Ramona wasn't on the email. And I'm like, okay, so Ramona's not going to be at this event? Like, really, they're not going to have her at all. But she was at the event. Rumor has it, allegedly, God forbid anything comes back to me, she wasn't invited to the event, but she showed up anyways. And I talked to a girl at the bar who said that when she went to the downstairs bar, her assistant was going up to people and was like, do you want a picture of Ramona? Do you want a picture of Ramona? Because no one was going up to her because she's like canceled and for good reason, right? Like she said some horrible stuff, but I just think that's crazy. And I was like, should I tell Dumois? And I was like, no. I'm going to break this drama on my own podcast. Fuck these other people here. I have something to say. So that's all allegedly. Who knows if it's true? People drink at these events and they just start gossiping. It is a Bravo event. And like I just said, I'll speak for myself here. I was really a lush here. I was really drinking at this event. I couldn't help myself.
Me too. But if it's complimentary, it would be rude if we didn't.
I know.
You know, they did have an absolutely beautiful champagne tower, which I took, honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say it, one of the most cinematic photographs that has been taken to date.
Yeah, but you need to be honest and come clean with the campers about what heightened the photo because Jonathan loves this.
What are you saying?
You love this silly little app.
What are you saying?
Adds glitter effects to like clear liquid and
you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna gatekeep that.
No, you're gonna be transparent to the campers because you're not gonna say that you took the most beautiful photo that was heightened by a third party app.
Okay,
what's the app called?
All right, fine. Oh God, I wanted to gatekeep this so bad. Anyway, okay, fine, I'll tell you. The app is called Kira, or you can get Kira Plus if you want to pay for it, like I do. And it adds just a little sparkle to your photos. I love it. When we were in LA, I was adding it, and like sometimes it'll only be like one, but that one, it really just does it. Like the top champagne glass that I took that photo. Oh my God, spectacular.
It was a pretty photo.
compliments to the chef, which is me.
Well, it was funny because we were at this event and everybody like is so excited to meet the girls, but we're having fun with our friends that we just happen to know there. So when all the girls finally came out to like and talk to the party, we didn't even go over. I was
We
like,
saw an open bar.
I can't fight for the attention of people when there's like they're being mobbed. That's uncomfortable for me. I'm not going to put myself in that position to like elbow people to go take a picture with one of the girls. Like,
We already met them.
yeah, and we met them at another event that we did like months ago, but it was
Yeah.
like we paid to be there. It was like a ticketed event.
Yes, correct.
But this was like a party, but we didn't go over to them. We were like, it's okay. Like everybody get your photo. We'll do our own thing. We'll use this time to get another drink at the bar because the lines finally died down.
Yes, but not just a drink.
What, you gonna call me out now?
Yeah.
Okay. Campers, one thing about me is if I have a little bit of cocktail in me, I'm gonna do things I normally wouldn't do. So someone there had a mushroom chocolate bar. And
You were performing on 10,000. Let's be honest here. No one was like peer pressuring you to do anything.
I felt a sense of, I felt like I had to perform. I always want to be the life of a party. So when someone offers me a little piece of a mushroom chocolate, I said yes. But I was confused because I thought it was more of a group effort. But no one said it was going to be.
No one said it was going to be.
I thought it would start the tidal wave.
You have the little chocolate on your tongue like it's ecstasy. And you're like, oh my God, sweating to the music, which is jazz piano. And you're like, let's get this party raging. And I'm like, people are clearing out. People are leaving. It is a Tuesday. It's a school night.
I thought I was going to give Domino by Jessie J. I was like, if I take this little chocolate, everybody's going to be like, oh, wait, give me one. We'll all be on the same page. Long story short, no one took the chocolate.
Wait, the girl who gave you a chocolate took the chocolate and then left.
Well, it was only one little piece. So I wasn't like, I was just,
I know.
I was feeling zippy and I was simply feeling zany. And I thought I handled it well.
You did, but nothing's worse than doing that and getting in like a great headspace and everybody looking at you and going like, oh, that was so weird of you to do. Like, we didn't do that, but can you imagine if people did? And then you were just like tripping out.
Why
and
are you
everybody's
saying this right now? You're making me anxious.
Why? You didn't take the chocolates now.
Well, you're right. I just took the silly little one.
You
and
were
I was
having
fine.
a fun time.
Yeah, it was fun. What happened? Tell them about the cake.
Oh, okay. So we're standing there. I've had a couple of drinks in me. The girls had come and gone, and I thought that they were like done. I thought they wrapped, like that was a wrap. They weren't going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
There's a giant like sculpture of an apple because, you know, Real Housewives of New York, it's the apple. Everybody's holding their apple. And I'm like, I want to touch it. I want to give it a good squeeze. So I'm like,
that was an intrusive thought.
I give it a little touch. I give it a little rub for good luck. I'm like, oh, it's a weird texture. It's like a little squishy. I poke it a little bit with my finger. And I thought that was that. The following day, I see on Dorinda's story, it was her birthday. And that was her birthday cake. And they were cutting it and eating it. And in the video, I can see the hole that I poked with my finger.
Is it cake? Yes, it was Dorinda's birthday cake.
Is it cake? I was simply checking.
Well, never put out a cake in a public setting if you're a germaphobe. Like, well, you know, that thing was out and proud. And I probably weren't the only person that touched it.
100%. And I feel bad and I feel disgusting. And I'm never that person to like see a cake and stick my finger in it because my cousin Mark did that to me in my 4th birthday party. We still have the proof of it on VHS cassette tape. And it ruined a lot of years of our friendship. So I would never be that person who just like knowingly is walking up and fingering someone's cake. There was nothing that said it was a cake. There was no little pie slicer. There was no dishes. There was no like, I don't know, velvet rope around it.
It was giving fondant. It was giving cake. What else would that have been?
A sculpture? I don't know. Well, they were doing like the little activation. Now you're making me feel weird.
Well, I took the mushroom chocolate and I knew it was a cake all along. Is it cake? Yes, that's cake.
Well, why did you encourage me?
Why didn't they give us any slices of the cake? I was never offered a piece of the cake. Guess what? There was no fucking food here. And I'm sick of these. Well, actually, I will defend the event saying Peacock did say it was past hors d'oeuvre. Okay?
I don't know what that means.
Past hors d'oeuvre.
Past?
It means passing hors d'oeuvres. Like, oh, they're going around. They're like, here is a little croquette. Here is a little caprese slider. Guys, I am not joking. We're putting the photo here. We're going to put the photo on the Instagram. You wouldn't believe the potatoes they served. Guys, it was these little, when I say little, I mean microscopic potatoes with what's it called? The fish eggs on
4 pieces of caviar. That was max capacity. That's all they could fit. That's how small the potatoes were.
These were the world's smallest potatoes. If you're going to think about it, guys, think about the size of your pupil and then cut that in half. That, not your eyeball, just the pupil. That was the size of the food they were serving to us. It was giving Ozempic times 1,000.
It was giving Irish potato famine. It was giving all of it. And honestly, if you look at the picture of it, it's hard to see just how small they are. It was smaller than a quarter. So there's a little card in that photo that says what it was. And let it be known that that card was the size of a standard business card.
A credit card.
Yeah. So just, for context there, so you can really give it, what is it, for comparison, for size perspective, I guess.
I made best friends with one of the girls that were serving the food because she knew that if she was walking by, she had to stop with me because I needed to eat. I'm a big boy. I have a big appetite. If I'm drinking gin and tonics, okay, I need to kind of flush it out a little bit with some carbs, but there was no food there. And that's okay. It's fine. We had a great time. I had a lot of fun there.
I did too.
The crew was ridiculous.
One thing about you and me, we will find ourselves. We did it at John and Sam's wedding. We did it at April and Fallon's wedding. We did it at your cousin's wedding. When you have all the hors d'oeuvres coming out, we will be standing right where they come out.
Oh my God. The first time I ever went on a cruise, the first hour they were giving out free Bellinis, and I just stood with my friends at the door where the Bellinis were being given. Just guys, if you ever are hungry or thirsty for free liquor or free food at these events, just find where the caterer is coming out the door and just hang out there. Why not there? You're always going to get a fresh option. This just wasn't, the options were just the most tiny, doll food I've ever seen.
Yeah, 100%. But also, if you're nice to the people and you just, kick it with them and, oh my God, what are you, how is your day going? They will like you and they will walk to you first.
Yeah, the girl, we had such a good time with our girl.
I asked her, I was like, do you want me to go in the back? I can help you out. Please, I need a hobby. I need something to do right now.
Jonathan grabbed a black apron and he got to work.
I did. I looked like a little lushy. Okay, so then we leave the party. We're a little twisted and hungry.
Yeah, so we went up to this other bar with our friends and we were hanging out there. We got one more drink. It was a great time. The lights turn on. I'm like, everybody, we gotta leave. They're kicking us out. So then we book it across the hall and towards the elevators to leave the building, but they had another event space there, and there was a view of the Empire State Building or something.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh my God, look at it. Let's go look at the picture. Go look out the window or whatever. And I'm not only drunk, but I also took that little mushroom chocolate. I'm starving. And I passed by a table that had a discarded, probably multi-hour old charcuterie board. And I don't know what possessed me, but I just started shoveling pepper jack cheese down my gullet at lightning speeds. I'm like, oh, capicola? Fantastic. Mortadella? Oh, what's this little crunchy cracker? I'm shoveling in this old charcuterie board.
From parties past.
I don't even know whose party this was.
A
corporate event?
I'm assuming they had been out since maybe 5 o'clock, maybe 6 o'clock
at
a Manhattan event. And they were sweating. That cheese was sweating. And I can only imagine it was room temperature. And I gave you, those were hand-me-downs.
You gave me a look and you said that's thrifted charcuterie.
Then that's what it was. And to this very day, it's giving fried rice syndrome.
Don't say that. I just saw an article about that recently and it really scares me.
Yeah.
Did I get sick?
No, but meat, the meat is cured.
Name them.
And you were cured by the meat.
I needed some nourishment. And then we took a long Uber home and we survived. What did you order for food when we got home?
Oh, we got Papa J's. We got Papa John's.
Why are we on our Papa John's era right now?
I'll tell you why.
Do any campers eat Papa John's? Let us know in the comments below. I'm really curious.
Fuck the Domino's. Ever since we did that episode where I talked about how Domino's thrice delivered us raw, uncooked pizza, we have not gone back because I'm over it. So now we're on Papa J's.
I'll forgive them if I need to.
Yeah, or a local pizzeria. It is what it is.
Yeah, the garlic, not the breadsticks, but it's I don't even know what. The cheesy sticks from Papa John's. Oh my God, those people, they've cracked the case over there.
Mm-hmm.
They really figured out how to put together a delicious garlicky little cheesy stick. I need more marinara though. And that's something I've always had an issue with in my life. Whenever I'm given a dipping sauce, especially marinara, I need more. I need more marinara, and that's okay.
And you know what? Maybe we should just buy our own. That is a good marinara, though, I will say.
Well, speaking of the holidays, hard left.
And housewives. No. Soft left. We're going to soft left because I found a good segue for us. So housewives, right? We have a new holiday movie recommendation.
Do you want to tell them about it?
Of course. So it's on, I think it's Peacock, right? It's a Peacock original.
It's Peacock,
It's very Hallmark-esque. But if you're a Real Housewives fan, of any franchise. I think it was very entertaining. It was The Real Housewives of the North Pole.
Mhm.
And it takes place in, I think it's called like North Pole, Vermont. I don't even know if it's real. Is it a real place?
No, but it was they called it North Pole, Vermont. Yeah.
Okay. And it's Kyle Richards and some other woman, some other actress who everybody seems to like. And the premise is these two best friends end up like fighting, and it's a whole publicity thing. And they're competing to have the best outdoor Christmas decor and like lights, basically like a Martha May Whovier situation with Cindy Lou Who's mother. I thought that was a fun little watch that I did enjoy, whether you like Kyle Richards or not. And I will say, I know she's an actress, but Kyle in that movie, the way that she like can act so naturally, it really makes me think about what's going on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You know, like the things that she's able to act into fake, you know?
Yeah, Kyle Richards is a really good actress. And I love the term actor, actress. Let's unpack this for a minute, campers. I think people use it loosely. I think a lot of people are like, oh, I'm an actor. And it's like, well, what does that mean? You know, like, are you acting?
You were in Little House on the Prairie back in the day.
Yeah, like there has to be an expiration date on like what you're calling yourself an actor. But Kyle was good. I thought it was a believable acting. And I think usually you watch Hallmark movies and it feels like the entire time it's bad, you know? But that's okay. It's Christmas.
There's one part where she throws, no spoilers, well, let's slight spoiler. She like throws a cappuccino in the girl's face, and it's clearly like, I don't even know. It looked inedible, but it looked like a thick slushy.
Yeah, Elmer's glue.
It was kind of, it was slime. That's what it was.
Yeah, but
too
it was
much
good.
Activator.
And then we're going to have another segue here. And I want you guys to really take note about the tender love and care we give you with our transitions, because we've gone from Housewives to a Christmas Housewives movie about outdoor displays to now our third topic for the beginning. We went to this place called Dyker Heights Christmas Lights. Have you guys heard of this before? So Dyker Heights is a neighborhood in Brooklyn that's famous for their Christmas lights displays. First of all, I hate saying Dyker Heights.
Me too. It just feels a little homophobic.
It's borderline a slur, but that is the neighborhood in which we were talking about.
Yeah, and it is like, it's bougie and it's nice. I just wish they would have called it something like Jonathan Heights. I don't know.
I think Dyker's a last name, probably.
Okay, so it was Carson.
Well, it's funny. It's actually like, it takes us like 45 minutes to get over there because everything is just so far. And it's actually not that far. It's just the traffic. I think it's probably only like 3 miles away from us.
Yeah, it's really not that far.
If you were in Manhattan visiting for Christmas, this would not be like a place I would recommend just because it's so far. But if you had a long time here, I would say do it because it was really magical.
Yeah. Oh my God. So many blocks of so many lights.
So the lore of Dyker Heights is in the 1980s, there's this woman that moved in. Her name was like Lucy Spada, and she started decorating her house. And it wasn't just like decorating. It was like decorating like Hallmark style, like big, huge displays. And initially the neighbors were like, oh, I don't really like this so much. But then other people started to catch on. And now it's become like a giant neighborhood community thing where they block off streets. There's hot chocolate vendors, there's bubble wands, and people walk up and down these like 8 blocks, and all the houses are just like decked to the nines. So it was a really kind of fun thing for us to do because obviously we live here. I don't know if it would be on the top of your list if you didn't live here, but I thought it was really fun.
I thought it was fun too, but wait, can we talk about the restaurant beforehand?
Oh my God. Oh, yes, we can talk about it. We went to this little restaurant that was in the neighborhood before we went out because we wanted to get some liquor in us, have a bottle of wine, have some pasta.
But not too much because there's no bathrooms around and there's really not a lot of restaurants over there.
Right. There's no bathrooms anywhere. So we stopped there first because we're like, let's go to the bathroom, let's fuel up, let's have some liquor, and then we can have our little adventure around the neighborhood. So when we walk in, there's like a table of like maybe 9 Italian men. It's giving Sopranos, it's giving High School Reunion, it's giving like connections to the mob. Yeah. And they have these really thick accents. And I'm like, first of all, character study, like put me next to these people. I'm loving these accents. I'm obsessed. But we walk in right behind this other couple of like these 2 women. So they seat them and they see us. And it felt like I was on an episode of Bar Rescue. Or like that show that what's his face had, that British guy who's also so angry all the time. Was it the
Hell's Kitchen?
Yeah, like Hell's Kitchen, but when it was the restaurant one.
Yeah.
It was just like
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay. It just felt like they were really, really unorganized. And I felt bad because it felt like one guy was trying to handle the entire restaurant. And he had these like backup buddies who just did not know what to do. And luckily for us, like we were the one table being served, I felt like.
Yeah, and we were sat right next to the girls who were in front of us.
And by the time they had been greeted, we had already been given a bottle of wine, bread, water, and had our food order in. And they just kept ignoring them. And as someone who used to work in a restaurant, it's like the worst feeling ever to watch like a table that you know needs something and no one's greeting them. And the poor busser boy who has like probably zero experience serving is like trying to help but doesn't know where to help, and he's just kind of like walking around with his eyes big and bulging. I'm like, just ask them if they want to drink, get them a Coke, get them something, like please help. I'm like, this is my time to be like, give me an apron.
Yeah.
I could clean up this mess in a minute, because it wasn't that busy.
It wasn't that big. It was giving call out. It was giving someone called out.
It was like a tiny little restaurant, and it was just, they were floundering, and I felt so bad. I couldn't even enjoy my wine until the people next to us got their drinks, because I was like, okay, now I don't feel guilty, because I feel like, why are we getting all this attention and they're not getting anything?
That's what I'm saying. It's so difficult to enjoy my penne alla vodka when I have this lesbian couple scowling at me. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
On. And at 6:45 on the dot, another man arrives and he saved the day. We were already eating, but he like buzzed around and he got everybody caught up to speed. And then I was looking at him and I was like, wait, he looks just like the busser. And then I inferred that this was the busser's older brother.
It's family business.
Yeah. And you said that, but I love that you said that, but there's no connection. How do you know it was a family business?
It's Italian. It was heavily Italian.
Okay. Well, maybe it was a family business, but they need to train that busser on serving.
I know. When he took my order, he was basically sitting in my lap.
I know, and he wrote down every single
word,
sentence.
yeah.
He was like, penne alla vodka, no prosciutto, add shrimp. Like,
but you know what? He got it right.
He did.
I got exactly what I ordered. There were peas in it, and that was weird, but I ate them anyway, and I really enjoyed my meal. Give me a penne vodka any day. I'm great. Give me a penne vodka after 2 glasses of wine. I'm beyond. I'm set.
My chicken Alfredo was okay. It was okay. I'm not going to like give them like a rave review on it, because it was okay. It needed more cheese. It needed some pepper. It needed some seasoning. It was just what it was.
And he did offer. He was like, do you want cheese? And both of us said no, because we were like, there's too much going on in here. Because they're going to have to go in the back, harvest the cheese, cut out the weird wax casing off of it, put it in the little thing, come over, do the hand crank, tell me when. And then
you're like, you really want more, but you feel guilty. So we just had no cheese at all. I don't need the dairy. My hips are big enough. But we had a great bottle of wine.
Yeah, we did. It was good. There was a little bit of weird stuff at the end of that, but that's okay. My tongue did turn purple.
Yeah, and it's so funny. Do you ever go to like a place, a restaurant, you guys, and they want to, like, if you buy a bottle of wine, I'm like, oh, it's $40. And then I go on Google, because I'm just a nosy bitch. I'm like, let me just search how much this would have cost at a wine distributor.
How much was it?
$20.
Yeah, well, they gotta make their profit.
They gotta make their profit. I'm not upset. Listen, no one twisted my arm. I bought the bottle of wine.
Yeah,
and we gave him a fat tip, and we said, good luck, guys. Mm-hmm. So after that, we went to go look at the Christmas lights.
Then we went to so do you want to talk about like what you liked there, what you didn't like there?
Well, I liked that it was over the top.
It was over the top.
Yeah, and it was cold, and it was crispy, and there was trucks of hot chocolate, and people were like having a good time. I thought it was amazing. I loved it. I love looking at Christmas lights. Specifically, like, what are things that you like in Christmas lights outdoors when you see them?
This is tacky, but it's my truth. I really enjoy the inflatable snow globes. Sometimes I'll look at them and I'll be like, wait, that looks awful, but deep down, I think I'm just jealous because I like them.
I am really anti-inflatable.
Why is that?
I don't like the way they look. I don't mind them on someone else's property. Would I ever purchase one? No. And I think people have their taste. It's simply not my taste.
I was electrocuted one time in my life, and it was from a Mickey Christmas inflatable.
Yeah, because you have to be careful with outdoor outlets. It's not a joke.
It's not okay.
You need to make sure that your electrical units outside can withstand the power of Mickey waving in a Santa suit.
Mm-hmm. True. So what's something you like?
I like a couple different things. I wrote them down.
Okay.
I like a light up wicker deer.
Oh, I can see it in my mind's eye.
Huge fan of the fake Christmas deer outside, and sometimes they twinkle. Oh my God. I prefer them to be the brown wicker, but if they are the white plastic, that's fine too. I'm not going to complain. If I see one where the head goes up and down.
I was just going to ask.
Oh my God. That feels luxe. That feels rich. That's exquisite.
Yeah. And they always have like a little bale of hay because it's like they're eating just okay. Now
they're grazing,
of course. Riddle me this. How do you feel about them on the roof up on the rooftop. Here he comes.
Oh, I love that. I think that's elevated. That's what's giving Decker Heights. Decker Heights would have them on the roof because they're that kind of bitch. But you don't have to have them on the roof.
How do you feel about people keeping out their Halloween, like the 12-foot skeleton and putting a little Santa hat on him?
Oh, I think it's fun. I think
it's fun too.
I walk by and I look at them and I go, clever girl, clever girl. Why not? It's giving Jack Skellington now. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, Jack Skellington. And he's
Jack
like,
Skellington,
you know what?
is his name?
Yeah, 2 months out of the year that he's getting some time out of storage, and I think that that's great for him. I think it's cute. I think it's fun. I think it's functional. Like, when else are you going to use it?
Yeah, I don't want to see too many though.
Yeah, we don't need him in an Easter Bunny costume.
Yeah, I want to see a couple. I want to say, oh, that was sweet and funny, but I don't need to see too many because it's like if that's your thing, it's your thing, but it can't be everybody's thing. What else do you like?
I love anything Snoopy involved. I will stop and stare as the song goes because I love Snoopy.
We have very different tastes when it comes to Christmas decorations, I'm realizing.
Well, and also here's the thing. These are also things that I enjoy looking at other people's. Like, I truly would not get an inflatable for myself. I just like seeing it and observing on other people's properties. Like, the only thing I would probably get would be the 12-foot skeleton, and even at that, it's like in New York, well, we don't have a lawn, and 2, where the hell are we going to put it? You know what I mean? But I wouldn't also get anything that's like Snoopy related, but if I see it, I like it.
Okay, I appreciate that.
How do you feel about the lights? Like the rope lights.
I don't mind them.
Like the lights in the tube. See, I don't like those.
What color are they?
Usually like a red or a white. And that sometimes people wrap it around like a post or something. I don't know why. I don't like them.
I would prefer like the natural, like the normal lights. I love when a red and white light are alternating back and forth around like a tree. I'm also a huge fan of outdoor ornaments. Oh my God, have you guys ever seen that before? Like a tree in someone's front yard, they've hung like real like plastic ornaments or glass ornaments. That's stunning to me. It's giving Martha Stewart. It's giving Hamptons. It's giving I take care and pride in what I do.
Yeah, like the trees that are in between like the sidewalk and the street. So it's like away from the yard, but it's still carrying out, it's still echoing the Christmas spirit.
I'm a huge fan of that.
That's nice. That's nice.
I'm not a fan of laser projections on houses.
Go on.
And I got a lot of flack of this a couple of years ago when I made a video about that. Someone told me I was being ableist because if you're disabled, this is a great way of that. Like if you have like a hard time with mobility and you can't hang decorations, this could be someone's alternative, or you're like an elderly person. And if that's the case, totally get it. And I'm sorry. But if it's not the case, all right, because now I'm not into it. I don't like that color scheme on a house. I don't want like neon green and like dark purple. I don't like that.
I don't like that either. And also like they're real lasers. So if it's going past the house, is it going into like an airplane? Here's another thing that you could do. You ever see those?
Is that how that works?
Lasers? Yeah, you can blind like a pilot if they're flying low enough in helicopters and stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think.
No, I'm telling you.
Nanny's laser display on her house is going to affect Delta 1.
You don't know that. But here's the thing. Have you ever seen those, the projections on the side of the house and they move? It's like a simple projector that's on the ground and it has like a wreath and then like the little words go around it and it's just a simple projector. I feel like what's the difference between putting that up versus the lasers?
I prefer projector over laser.
Right. And I'm agreeing, but I'm just saying like if a disability is, and maybe I'm just being an ableist, like ignorant person and saying that, I'm like, I just don't, it would be like the same thing on the ground.
I think it's whatever's available, babe. You know what I mean?
True.
If you're at Home Depot, what's at the front, they have the lasers. No one's selling projectors.
Okay, let's move along with this, shall we? And dive into our holiday episode.
Attention campers, please meet at the old flagpole under the tall pine for morning announcements.
Welcome back to Morning Announcements, campers. This is the part of the show where we share news articles with you that you might have missed that we want you to know. My article is not holiday themed. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Listen, it can't all be holiday.
Yeah.
It's holiday sprinkled without everybody. Get over it. Okay, so this article comes from People Magazine by Julia Moore. Woman who threw burrito bowl at Chipotle worker sentenced to work 2 months in fast food job. Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay, so Rosemary Hain was caught on video throwing food in the face of an employee, Emily Russell, on September 5th in Parma, Ohio, Chipotle location, CNN reported. So in Parma, Ohio. So she got a burrito bowl and there was some sort of issue. The video's out there. And she threw the burrito bowl at the worker's face. Like, first of all, Never okay. Second of all, the sheer distance between her and the employee was like full force being 3 feet away. And I'm thinking about the sour cream and I'm thinking about the cheese and I'm getting so hungry thinking about it.
Yeah.
But not okay. Not the time to talk about food. Isn't that crazy?
That is nuts. And
I
it's
know.
hot.
Guess how old she was?
Who?
Not that age is a factor, but just guess how old she was.
40.
39.
Bitch.
You're always so close to these
I'm
things.
always so close. What is
You-
that? It's
get
my
on the
mind's
lottery.
eye.
Get
I
on
just,
the lottery.
you know what? I always do the lottery or either the scratch off tickets
You-
or the pre-scratch.
You don't because you don't know how to do scratch off tickets.
Because every time I do, I lose. So why am I going to bother? Anyway, continue.
I'm going to get you some for Christmas.
Please do.
You would have some fun.
Yeah, I would.
I love the crossword ones.
crossword.
You scratch off the letters and you have to find the crossword and it takes a long time to do. And if you lose, you're like, well, that was fun at least.
Here's my thing sometimes about the scratch off tickets. Sorry, we're veering all over the place, but this is the theme of the episode. Okay, it's our last episode of the year, so we're just gonna. We're
So soak
chaotic.
it in, campers, please.
Every moment, live on every word we're speaking. So it takes me a minute to like read the directions and like understand what I'm looking for.
It's pretty much just scratch and go, babe. Match symbols.
No, I know, but sometimes like if I'm doing one, I'm like, okay, I understand how this works. I'm looking for the crazy magic numbers. If I get 3 in a row, I get like something else. Like it's super crazy and fun and cool. But then you hand me another one and there's like another small set of directions. I think it's just the way that I learn.
I'll make sure to get you ones of all the same instruction. I won't do a variety.
Or get me one with like a video tutorial that can walk me through.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Anyway, back to Chipotle.
So the 39-year-old Rosemary Hain, that sounds like something from a book, doesn't it?
She's Rosemary Heinous.
Oh my God, stop. Rosemary Hain. She pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor assault charge at the Parma Municipal Court. And the Judge Timothy Gilligan. Oh my God, these names sound like movies. Timothy Gilligan sentenced her to 180 days in jail at a hearing last week. So he basically was like, you can do the 180 days in jail, or you can walk in this fast food worker's shoes, do 30 days in jail, and the last 60 days of your sentence, work 20 hours a week at a fast food restaurant.
I like this.
Me too. I feel like this is like how we stop people's behavior, right? Because this is like, and so he offered her, he was like, you can do the jail or walk in her shoes. So Rosemary Hain said she would take the 30 days in jail and the 20 hours a week for 60 days at the fast food job. As this article was posted last week, she has still not found a fast food job yet to do this. I'm like, who's going to hire her? Geez, with that track record. I'd be like, not me, girl.
That Chipotle, can you imagine her working alongside that girl? They're now co-workers.
I know. So can I tell you a quote from Judge Timothy Gilligan?
Please.
He said, you didn't get your burrito bowl the way you liked it, and this is how you respond. This is not the Real Housewives of Parma. This behavior is not acceptable.
Wow, that was full circle.
Full circle. I also thought that's like a really funny thing for a judge to say in court.
I honestly, has this not been done before? I feel like it must have, but I haven't heard of anybody doing it. Like, this should be done with customer service.
I agree.
People flip out on the phone to anybody in customer service. That's so not warranted. Everyone should have to work a customer service job at some point in their lives just to make the world a better place for everybody. You know?
Well, the girl, she was 26 years old who was working at Chipotle. She'd been there for 4 years. She left a month after the incident because she didn't feel like the restaurant was really supporting her. So they did reach out for her for like a statement after the judge had his ruling. And she was like, listen, like, I'm glad that like she's going to like learn what it's like to be on the other side of it. She's like, however, like 20 hours is not the 65 hours I was working there. So I don't know if it's like a true like sentiment of like what it's like to actually work in these kind of positions, but she's relieved that this is like that it went to like trial. And I am too. I'm like, because how many times does these stuff happen and nothing comes of it? You know what I mean? Yeah,
but honestly, I'm glad. I don't want to be like, oh, I'm glad it's a step in the right direction, because he did have the power to like give her more hours a week. So honestly, it probably should have been more hours a week.
Chipotle said the health and safety of our employees is our greatest priority, and we're pleased to see justice served for any individual that does not treat our team members with the respect they deserve. So they made a statement. I don't know. I'm excited to see a follow-up. I want to know where she works, and I hope something bad happens to her, but working in customer service,
she's going to get a taste.
Yeah, she's going to get a taste of her own medicine.
She's going to get a taste. Because fast food?
Mhm.
Okay, I just didn't know. If
Oh, I thought you were
You
gonna,
didn't laugh, so I
No,
didn't know if you did. If
because
you
it was
got
a
it.
cerebral joke. It wasn't like a
Yeah.
haha. It was like, oh, clever girl.
Yeah, well, I don't do low hanging fruit, baby.
You never have.
Never will.
Okay, so that was my article. What's your article this week?
So this article is coming from USA Today, and it is titled "Tell Your Alexa Thank You," and Amazon will send $5 to your driver this holiday season.
Oh my God.
So the company announced the return of the holiday promotion to tip drivers on Tuesday. I didn't know that this was a thing before. I just learned about it, and I will say I learned about it on TikTok, and now I'm seeing it pop up everywhere. So I just want to spread the good word because I feel like it's like the least we could do, especially during the holiday season. So the program started last year in 2022, and it has now begun for 2023 as a simple way to thank your drivers. So there's two ways that the customers can take advantage of this program. Customers can say, Alexa, thank my driver to their Amazon Alexa device, or you can go onto Amazon either like on a desktop or on your phone, and in the search bar, you can type thank my driver and a little bar will pop up under that, and you click it and Amazon will send them $5, but it's not taking $5 from your account. So there's really no excuse not to do it.
Everybody go on right now, pause the podcast and go do that because God, let's support the drivers who are literally playing Santa Claus right now.
And I don't know if there's a limit to how many times you can do it because it'll go to the last delivery. So I went on and I said like, thank you. And it went to the last time the person had delivered. So I don't know if the next time I get it, I'm assuming so, I can thank them again with $5.
Yeah. It's coming out of Amazon's pocket, not mine.
They do say that there is a $2 million thank you limit that they're going to be sent. And this is kind of like, and I looked at a couple different articles and it was still a little bit murky. So I'm going to give my assumption of what it is. So they're giving away 2 million thank yous, $5 each at no cost to the customer. But even after the 2 million thank yous, a $5 tip can still be given out by doing the same thing. That's going to happen year round. But it's unclear if they're going to charge the Amazon customers account. That's what I believe is going to happen, which I think is kind of like, it's still like something you can do, but Amazon, like if you're going to charge people $5, like that's a lot fucked up to thank your own drivers, just pay them a little bit more. But anyway, I just wanted to, this holiday season, give back.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
I really, it's funny. I just saw an Amazon video of like a worker and she was like, stop ordering water, stop ordering cat litter, stop doing that to us, stop being lazy, go get it yourself. And I'm like, if you knew you ordered something really heavy, I would go in like after season if I could tip them being like, hey, I know that was a bitch. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Sorry. Not me saying yeah because I ordered cat litter. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, and yeah, I'm being honest right now because you've ordered cat litter.
I'm being honest and I'm being vulnerable, and that's why this is the vulnerable podcast.
So you need to be tipping the driver.
I do, and I am, and I'm spreading the word now. So I really just think that God is on my side. And
Amazon should stop putting a cap on this though. Y'all are like like $1 billion industry. So.
Yeah, so it's like there is a glimmer of like, oh wow, they're doing something nice, and that is nice. But also, like, why are we capping it at $5 million?
Yeah, it's important.
I'm sorry, 2 million thank yous. Where am I getting that from?
It's in poor taste, I think, at that point. But it is a good step. Right, it's a step in the right direction. So everybody do that. Say if you've ordered on Amazon recently, which I'm sure most of you have.
Sorry, and I will say that on the back end of things, they also did say in this article that they have like a tally. So when you're thanking that person, it's like saved in their account how many times they've been like thanked, which is a good thing. Like the more thank yous that they're getting, the better that it looks in Amazon's eyes. So I am just saying that.
Yeah, and we have good drivers around here, I feel.
Yeah.
They always knock on the window, hello, we're here. I'm like, hello, good morning.
Yeah, I like thanked the guy and I heard him running away. He's like, you're welcome.
Oh my God, they're working their ass off right now.
I know. It would be cute if we made little holiday cookies, nut-free, maybe gluten-free. I don't know if I'm being crazy from saying that. And then giving them out when they come and knock on the little window. It sounds good, but
You're not,
in theory,
Jonathan, just be fucking for real for 1 minute. You're not gonna do that.
maybe we can give out like chocolate shrooms.
He would never. Yeah, he could.
Don't say I would never do that.
He could, driver.
Don't say I would please.
I'm just saying. I don't think you're like confrontational enough to be like, hello, driver. Here was a little treat.
Yeah, I'll be like, do you have a minute? Can we share a cookie and a thought?
Yeah. and the thought of positivity together. He's like, I'm fucking busy.
I'm literally clocked in and I'm 5 stops behind.
You know, I think it would be really nice to give them like little gift cards for like Dunkin' or something.
That's sweet. Thank your male people.
Yeah, thank your male people. Okay, nice.
Grab your bug juice and bear spray, campers. It's time to pack it up and take a hike.
Welcome back to Take a Hike. This is the part of the show where we bitch a little. We tell something to take a hike. So I'm going to go first.
What's on your mind?
Okay.
What's on your mind, Jonathan?
So I do feel like I already know that some of you out there are really going to disagree with me, but that's the cross that I bear as pop icon.
Yeah, as pop icon, you do bear that cross.
What I'm telling to take a hike this week
What?
is the obsession over cast iron skillet care.
No, because I'm gonna agree with you on this because it's gotten out of hand, and we need more detail on this. What do you mean by this?
So I'm also just going to say, I am not a cast iron skillet owner.
But I want to be.
I have owned one in the past. I think I had one from Pampered Chef. Don't know what happened to it. And I had an Emeril Lagasse one that I did lose after a breakup, which is unfortunate. But I have had one in the past, but I am not a current owner of a cast iron skillet.
Small shout out to Emeril Lagasse. He is from my area.
Is he really?
He's from Fall River, Massachusetts.
A
Local celebrity.
Why didn't I know that?
Yeah, Emeril Lagasse grew up in Fall River, and I grew up in New Bedford. So
I always thought he was like a New Yorker.
no, he's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the care of the cast iron skillets. Everybody's like, don't use soap. You got to use like bamboo bristles that you have to replace. This is a dead ass. Somebody said this. Organic bamboo bristles that have to be replaced every 3 months or every 50 washes. I'm like, how many times are people using cast iron skillets?
I think if you're a fan, you're a fan, and people really go, they live or die for these things. I think that you're basically saying that you're like annoyed with the pretentious energy around cast iron skillet care.
Yes. Or like, I've brought it up in conversations with people, and I'm not trying to call anybody out because I know that they're listening to this. But if I'm like saying something about a cast iron skillet casually comes up in conversation every day, and I'm like, you say something like, "Oh, you can't use that," because somebody was shopping for it. It looks like chainmail or chainmail. What do you call that?
Chainmail?
Yeah, on a sponge, and I guess that's what you have to use for it.
Oh my
They're like,
it needs a specialty sponge?
"Oh, can you come over and hang out tonight?" Sorry, I can't. I'm seasoning my cast iron skillet. Doesn't it just do it on its own? You just cook food with it. Also, that's not seasoned. That's old food. That's flank steak from last Friday that's still crusted on there.
I want one pre-seasoned.
Yeah, how do we do that? eBay,
yeah, what a business model.
Yeah.
All season your skillet.
I've heard people scrub it with like salt and
I've heard that
salt in a
too.
paper towel. But what I will say, the one thing that people do to keep it from getting rusty, and I think this is crafty, is put it in the oven and then put it on low.
Mhm.
And then it dries that way. That I do approve of. But everything else is just like, it's pretentious. I understand. But also, keep it to yourself. Keep it in your kitchen.
This is a little bit of a segue from that, but I think I just saw an article. I'm completely lying. It was a TikTok. Someone was talking.
Come on, scholar.
Someone was talking about how gross it is when people don't use a top sheet on the bed and they just like use a comforter to sleep on, because that's what we do.
Yeah, we don't use a top sheet.
And they were like, ew, so you're just, all your oils and your dirt is just on your comforter, and like that's why the top sheet's there, is to protect like your comforter, so you don't have to wash all the time. It's like, we wash our comforter all the time, baby. It's Target, okay? It was $80. I bought it 3 years ago and she's doing just fine, okay? I'm not worried about her.
Yeah.
She's fine. I think people are just like, have an opinion on how to live their life or how to care for things, and if it's not what they do, it's like, where's the attitude coming from, bitch? Because if we were in real life, you wouldn't be talking to me like this. But since we're behind a screen, you got something to say.
A lot to say.
And that's what the problem with the internet is right now, is that people have a lot to say and nobody's minding their damn business.
There was even like people arguing about whether or not like the salt is good for it. I went down like a rabbit hole for some reason. I was just like, why is nobody was getting along there? I was like, are you guys happy with what you're doing?
Oh no, they're not happy at all. That's why they're on Reddit.
Yeah, my God. Okay. Anyway, so that's my take a hike, is just the obsession over the care of cast iron skillets. It needs to stop.
Okay, I see you. I feel that.
Yeah. What have you got for us?
You know what really pisses me off?
What pisses you off?
The price of holiday cards.
Oh, okay.
Hallmark, grow the fuck up. $6.99 for a folded piece of paper. with a little foil tree on it that says Happy Holidays. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Revlon sells a blow dryer for your hair for $12.99. A mechanical device that is plugged into a wall that is $12.99. But this card, a folded piece of cardstock, is $6.99. When did we allow this? We allow them to get away with highway robbery down the card aisle. And you need the card because you're giving a gift with a gift card or cash. You need to have something to put it in. And I don't miss me with go to the Dollar Tree. I know the Dollar Tree exists, everybody, okay? But sometimes I don't want to walk to the Dollar Tree, okay? I want to go to the Target because I get everything else there, or the CVS, okay? Why are cards so expensive? And I'm not talking about the pop-up cards, the cards that sing. Those are allowed to have a higher price point to me, okay? There's some sort of payoff here. But the normal average card right now is like $4.50, and I think it's ridiculous.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. And they're not coming up with more creative shit. It's just like light, joy, love, and prayer. Wishing you and your family the warmest this holiday season.
$6, bitch. Give it
Yeah,
up.
please.
I can't. And I've been buying them in bulk now.
You have to.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, I don't care if you all got the same card, okay? Take the gift card. Don't even care what the card even says.
Yeah, because unless it's like a customized card with like that you're taking a picture, people aren't going to keep it around. People aren't going to shove it in their little Christmas card tree. It's going to go in the trash. They're going to take the money out of it, the sentiment with them, and then they're throwing literally the $8 you just paid into the trash.
I think over time we've allowed this really bad behavior because we haven't called them out. And I need everybody at Camp Shady Birch to band together, use our collective voice, and say, Hallmark no more. Hallmark no more. We're going to get our picket signs out and we're going to go down to Hallmark. Oh my God, we actually passed the Hallmark headquarters. Do you
God, we
remember that?
did. Was that?
Yeah, that was in LA. That was like in the Valley.
Yeah, that was so random.
Oh my God, that was the first time I've ever used in the Valley in a sentence and not like lied about it. No, because it's like one of the things, it's like a buzzword. It's like I was in the Valley. It's like, what does that even mean?
No, like dead ass, we were in the Valley and we passed the Hallmark.
And I said, oh my God,
headquarters.
Hallmark headquarters. So I know where to go. So don't worry. I know where the meet and greet's going to happen. It's going to happen at Hallmark headquarters, and we're going to demand them to take the cost of holiday cards down. Birthday cards, engagement cards. It's like they know they have a monopoly on the industry, and they're using it for not good, for evil.
I like the ones that are like for him, and there's only like one card, and it's like
I know, but at least we're getting that now.
Yeah, true. God, we should be
A
so
step in the
grateful.
right direction. I am grateful because
I know, but I'm sick of celebrating a small step in the right direction that's not going any further.
The entire episode has been a small step in the right direction.
Yeah, honestly,
over and over again.
This podcast is a small step in the wrong direction. We're just every day we stray further from his righteous path.
Yeah, and Hallmark is leading the charge apparently.
What happened to Jib Jab? Remember, everybody had their obsession with Elf Yourself. Bring back Jib Jab.
So that's been on my short list for my crush of the week for so many months. I've never said it because I am such a big fan of Jib Jab. It's still there. It's still around.
That little picture of me and all of my friends, I'm going to watch it 4 times. I'm going to sit down with my iPad and I'm going to show it to someone that I barely know and we're going to giggle.
So was somebody in a Santa costume with a morph suit on underneath it just breakdancing? Is that how they put my face on it?
I believe it's probably something along the lines of, do you follow Just Dance on TikTok?
No, but that sounds like an account you would definitely follow.
Oh, absolutely. So Just Dance, they kind of show like behind the scenes of how they do it. And,
Very
like,
cool.
They show the people getting ready and how like the colors of makeup that they do and the certain gloves with the little like pinpoints because it's like a weird animation that's not really animation. So they show a lot of behind the scenes. So I believe it's something similar to that. They probably just put like a little green screen on their face. I don't know.
The first time I ever got a Jib Jab, you that was the peak of comedy. I said, oh my God, how is my face on that little breakdancing body? I thought it was hysterical. And guess what? Let's guess, like 15 years later, I'm still equally amused by that technology. That is when we've used technology for good. Jib Jab deserves a humanitarian award for the humor, love, and light they have brought to not only us, but to millions of people around the world.
Do you remember Hoops and Yo-Yo? I think their name was.
No, what were they? Were they a band?
Hoops and Yo-Yo. Hold, please. I'm going to look it up because, yeah, these guys. Hoops and Yo-Yo.
Oh, were they? Yeah, were they? Who are those people?
I think they might be.
Are they in a book?
They're Hallmark. Hey, they're Hallmark. So I support Hoops and Yo-Yo. I'm sorry. They used to do the animated things and they would send video cards. Like you could send an e-card to someone.
Oh, so
and
it's
it would
Jib
pop
Jab's
up.
competitor.
I believe so. Where's Jib Jab? who was behind them?
Well, we are now.
Shoebox.
We're behind Jib Jab now. We're
Yeah.
here leading the charge.
True.
Guys, make a Jib Jab this holiday season. Fuck Hallmark. Say, you know what? I'm sending you an e-card. I hate when people say e-things.
No, wait,
E-card.
but honestly, this is let's all the time people are just like, you know, we want to stray away from technology. Technology's gone too far. But no, we need to continue going to technology in the e-card industry.
Yeah, you can't run away from what the truth is. And the truth is technology is the future. It is the now. And that's why this year we're only sending e-cards, everybody.
Do you think the new counselor likes the top bunk or the bottom bunk? Over.
Either way, I'm giving them my boondoggle keychain. Over.
Welcome back to Camper Crush of the Week. Obviously, you guys know this is the part of the show where we switch tides a little bit here, and now we're on our positivity floats. We're waving, we're tossing candy to the campers, and we're saying congratulations, we are a community. Jonathan.
Oh, shit.
What?
You know what we forgot to do?
What did we forget to do?
We forgot to compare and contrast and pick which one we would prefer.
Oh my God.
Okay, really quickly, we're going to take it back a step. So which one irks you more? The price of holiday cards or cast iron care? I'm going to say holiday cards.
Holiday cards, of course, because that's something I encounter with yearly, multiple times.
Yeah, okay. Hi, now we're back. Okay. So, Camper Crush of the Week.
Who are you crushing on?
I'm crushing on Brenda Lee.
Oh my God. I love this resurgence of support and love for her.
Rock it around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party. So that is the singer of the song Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. No, this is not camp songs, but we'll get there when we get there. She was 13 years old when she recorded that song in 1958.
Why were we, was that a normal age to be working? Like even Judy Garland and like Shirley Temple, they were making them work so young back then.
You know, that poses a great question, and I'm not sure.
When was the last time we had a current 13-year-old charting the top of the pop charts?
The Walmart yodeler.
Oh, you know what? So yeah. Okay, keep going. But that's so true.
So she recorded the song back in 1958 when she was 13 years old, and she only did 3 takes of the song.
That's an icon.
She slayed it. So 65 years later, it is now #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, dethroning Mariah Carey's holiday chart topper, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
2 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks in a row she did it.
Brenda Lee tweeted out a picture that Mariah had sent Brenda a bouquet of flowers and like a little handwritten card. Great PR move. It's kind of like what you have to do.
Yeah, of course.
So Brenda Lee also released a music video for this for like the first time this year.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah, and it's got Tanya Tucker and Trisha Yearwood. I always thought it was Tanya Tucker, but I heard someone say Tanya Tucker. I think I heard it in the I'm a redneck woman, ain't no high.
Yeah, she says
class
Tanya Tucker in
broad.
that song.
Yeah, every Tanya Tucker. I could be saying that wrong, but honestly, that's fine. It's neither here nor there. So, kind of rewinding back to when she recorded it.
Yeah, tell me the history of her.
It did okay for 32 years. And it wasn't what it was now, like how I feel like we've grown up and it's been like we hear all the time around Christmas. But that didn't really happen until 1990 because of Home Alone, which was the song was already 32 years old.
Oh, and they're like, this is a really old song. It's going to be really easy to use. Like the licensing will be cheap. Well, so that she owes her career to Home Alone.
And she's addressed it too. She's like, they told me that this movie Home Alone wanted to use my song and she didn't really think anything of it. So then it kind of blew up then. And now it's been 33 years since Home Alone. So it's been like 32 years and now it had a resurgence, and now it's been 33 years. And for some reason, I'm not really sure why, but it's just having its year of the resurgence. Like, I feel like it's powered by TikTok, to be honest.
I think so too, but I also think people found out about like Brenda Lee's story and like the joy of her like finding such success in her later career that people have been like really enjoying the song more because they have more of a context about it.
Right. And now at this point, I'm like, okay, well, it's been 32 years, 33 years. Where is it going to be in 34 years? What's going to happen in 2057? Where's the song going to be then? But she is on TikTok and she does refer to her fans as the Brendanators. the Brendanators.
Okay, I'm a Brendaninator.
Yes, the Brendanators are fed this holiday season.
I love that. And I love her. And that's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
cool. Good for Brenda Lee.
Who are you crushing on?
I'm crushing on an iPhone feature for our campers that have iPhones. Well, there's just this little thing that happens to me all the time now. And I'm like, this is such a great intuitive design feature for a cell phone. And it's really changed my life.
Okay.
Have you ever texted somebody happy birthday and then the iPhone goes, oh, do you want to add this birthday to their contact? Thank you so much, because now they put it on the repeat that every single year it's on your Apple calendar, so that if you click the calendar next year, it'll be there because you've added it to their contact.
Yeah.
That's amazing, because there's nothing worse than forgetting somebody's birthday.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you something about this. What time is the cutoff time for a close friend to text them happy birthday before you're too late?
A close friend?
Yeah. Like if
I
I,
would
don't
say-
what?
I feel like I would start to feel some type of way around noon.
I was just going to say, if it is a close friend or a family member, if you have not texted them by noon,
Yeah.
you've already, if it's the 2:45 text, you're in panic mode. You're in panic mode. It's almost, it's mid-afternoon now. And
You
now
just
you're texting me
realized, yeah.
because now you just realized. And I feel like Apple is going to stop that anxiety with this
Yeah.
feature.
I feel like I used to rely heavily on Facebook for doing this.
Thank
but
you.
I don't know what it is, but Facebook like kind of stopped alerting me of people's birthdays. Like you have to hunt for it.
And I think we used to actively be on Facebook a lot more than we are now as creatures and human beings. Some of us may be on more than others, but I feel like, yeah, I used to like look every single morning. First app I would check would be Facebook, and I'd be, whose birthday is it? Let me get on the wall. Let me add a birthday cake emoji. Let me put the little guy blowing up the little like fun little plate thing, purple tube thing. He's celebrating. What are those things called? No, they unravel. And like,
Oh
"Woo."
yeah, it's like a noisemaker kazoo thing.
Yeah, like that emoji. Like I would use that.
Mm.
Happy birthday, love you so much. Here's 4 photos of us from the
Yeah.
current year. So now we've stepped away from that, and the iPhone has taken over its job for me as alerting me people's birthdays. And I think whoever came up with that in their little cubicle at Apple and was like, this is a feature we should have, I say hats off to you,
Yeah.
because now I'll never forget my birthday hat for somebody's birthday.
I remember my dad. He gave me his old Palm Pilot. Do you remember Palm Pilots?
What is that, a phone?
No, it wasn't a phone. I really just think it was like an electronic like address book. Like it really just had contacts. I don't remember if you could email on it or not. It had a stylus. It was touchscreen. So I felt like, I don't know what I thought I was doing, but I remember writing all of my friends' names in there, getting their addresses from like the school directory, putting like their mom and dad's name on there, like their pets that they had and their birthdays. And I would like go in and it would tell me whose birthday it was.
You've always been someone who enjoys organizational tasks.
Yeah, I'm a techie girl.
Yeah,
I'm a tech girl.
you-
I'm in tech.
You're women in STEM.
I am women in STEM. I'm stemming.
No, but you guys always had like the hottest of electronics at your house.
Yeah, I would.
You had TiVo, you had the Palm Pad, you had the Sidekick, you had the iPhone, you had the BlackBerry.
One thing I didn't have:
What was the one that you didn't have?
moon shoes.
And I did have moon shoes.
And that,
I
you
did.
know what? You got to look at the dark side of the moon.
My mother was much more like, we're going to give you the weird toys.
You're going to go outside and you're going to hop your way down the street. And they didn't give as much bounce as you thought they would, did they?
Oh my God, it was actually quite a workout because you were trying to emulate the slow motion jumps that you were seeing on the television when in fact it was not doing it. And I will never forget one time I was going a little crazy and I was a chunker. No, this is bad. I'm actually getting really emotional. To be chubby and to break one of the springs on a moon shoe in front of your friends, a debilitating memory.
I'm so sorry.
I did a big jump and I heard and it snapped and it was uneven. Then someone in the crowd goes, "What happened?" And then one of the motherfuckers in my friend group said, "Oh, Zach broke his moon shoe." And obviously, I'm sweating because I'm chubby and I'm always sweating. And my shirt, my belly, I'm pulling my shirt over my belly, and I'm saying, "No, it's okay, it's okay."
Playing it off.
You can't play off a broken moon shoe, and that's the moral of the story.
Wow.
See, my mom should give me a Palm Pilot. What were they called?
Palm Pilot.
A Palm Pilot, and I never had to face that embarrassment. But I have broken the spring on a moon shoe.
Okay, so maybe I dodged a bullet there with that.
Yeah, well, us husky boys stick together.
What song's been stuck in your head all week? Welcome to Camp Songs.
Welcome back to Camp Songs. Rocking around the campfire. It's another segment of our show. It would have been stronger if you just let me have sang it because I feel like you were just doing a little
Yeah, I
mumble.
should have showed up to rehearsal. Sorry about
Yeah,
that. I was busy.
Because we were having camp choir practice down in cabin 40 and you weren't there.
I was braiding and weaving long, tall grasses.
I want to take a basket weaving class this year.
That would be nice.
I would like to weave my own basket.
Yeah, this is the time we need to really start thinking about our New Year's resolutions. Even though I hate them, we're gonna have to cross that bridge.
Yeah, campers, maybe start thinking about it now because we will be talking about that when we return. So get the thinking caps on now. We don't want to jump the gun, but an eager mouse gets the cheese. I made that one up.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to Camp Songs. This is the part of the show where we share songs with you that have been stuck in our head all week.
Has this episode been making any sense?
Yeah, of course it has.
Okay, perfect. So I'll go
Of course
first.
it has, yes.
Okay, I'm just my brain's a little scrambled eggs because I'm hungry for scrambled eggs.
Okay.
I think that's what it boils
What is
down
your
to.
song of the week, Jonathan?
My camp song is "Just Tonight" by The Pretty Reckless.
Oh, you love that girl. What's her name?
Taylor Momsen.
Taylor. You love him.
So this is how it's kind of tying in a little bit. Taylor Momsen played Cindy Lou Who in The Grinch.
And then after that, she was a character on what show?
Well, she was on Spy Kids after that. And then she was on Gossip Girl. She was Jenny Humphrey.
Oh, so you're a big fan of The Grinch and you're a big fan of Gossip
Oh my
Girl.
God, I love The Pretty Reckless. Oh my God, I saw them like 3 times live. Back to
Wow.
Blackberries, which you had just aforementioned. I went to her show and I think I still have the picture. If I do, I'll put it up here. But I took a picture of her while she was performing, and the Blackberry used to do this thing where it would like it would do like flash, and then like a long flash, and then it would capture it when it was in a darkly lit.
What were the first 2 flashes for?
I think just to like calibrate the focus.
Maybe.
I could be wrong. I don't know. But I am a tech girl, so I should be able to answer that question. Sorry to disappoint. But after she performed the song, she like called me out in front of everybody nicely because it was a small venue. It was at the TLA in Philly. And if you've ever been to the TLA, it's pretty intimate. I also saw The Weeknd there before he was famous. And it was pretty intimate and I wasn't that far away from her. And she did say, hey, how about on the next song, you put the camera down and just kind of like put your hands up if you're feeling it. She said it so nicely.
How did you feel though?
Oh
How
my
did
God,
you feel?
I felt like a fucking idiot fool gabagool. I looked around, I was like, who did that? That was not me. And I remember the shirt. I remember the outfit I was wearing. Okay.
That
Let
is
me tell you,
mortifying.
the outfit I was wearing was heinous. And it was like a personal tea-dyed t-shirt that had a cross on it. And in the cross was the Mean Girls. I made it myself.
That sounds cool.
The printer ran out of ink and it turned pink and it actually looked really cool. And the way that all the girls' faces fit was actually pretty rad. And then I had a fake leather jacket on over it. I had a backwards Obey hat. My hair was really long and swoopy. And have you ever seen those beads that you iron and they like stick together? It's like a kid's toy. You put them on put them in the little pegs. I made like a cross necklace out of that.
That's very camp related for sure.
And that was like, Taylor Momsen was kind of like that edgy. She wore like the stripper heels. She was kind of like trying to veer away from Jenny Humphrey. And people didn't really put together that she was Cindy Lou Who.
You did.
I did, but I certainly did. So she wore the stripper heels that said tip on them. I remember on Tumblr, she was like the Tumblr hot girl. In my head, I looked like her and I gave off that energy, even though I did not. So 3 months ago, actually, Taylor did an interview with Penn Badgley, who she was on Gossip Girl with. And his podcast is called Pod Crushed. She's on episode 52. So she talks about how when the show came out, she was only 12. And then she was 13 when they actually ended up, much like Brenda Lee. But she was talking about how she really didn't fit in on the show because of the age gap, because everybody else was much older. And she always wanted to pursue music. So she woke up one day and she was like, hey, I have a choice here. Like I can actually leave acting and just go pursue music, which is what I've always wanted to do. So she said she's forever grateful for the producers and the writers of Gossip Girl because they said, they were like, well, we can't get you out of the deal, so you can't act in anything else until your like deal or your contract, whatever's up. But we can write you out of the show, and we give you our blessing to go chase your dreams in music, and there's no bad blood here.
Oh, so she said that too.
Yeah, so they
that's
left.
nice.
She was written out of the show, and they left on like really good terms. I won't say how she left the show because I do want you to watch it because it's so nutty. I feel like you would be into it. And
I think I would too. 'Cause Blake Lively, I'm obsessed with. So.
Michelle Trachtenberg. I'm sorry. Sometimes Blake Lively on that show, I'm just like, God, I gotta get through this.
No, but like, there's just like, I just like something about her. She's just so alluring to me. Even when her acting is bad, I've seen clips. I know it's bad, but like, I just like Blake Lively.
But anyway, that's my song is Just Tonight by the Pretty Reckless, whose lead singer is Taylor Momsen.
I love that.
Thank you. You got a camp song for us?
Yes. So 10 years ago, my life changed forever.
Why is that?
December 13th, 2013, at midnight, unannounced, completely surprising, Beyonce released her self-titled album, Beyonce, without any press, without any lead single. Every song on the album dropped with a visual, like video attached to it all. And I was 18 years old. I had just gotten out of a breakup. And this album changed my life. And I cannot believe it's the 10-year anniversary that just happened. So when I saw the news outlets covering it, I was like, wait, I have to talk about this on the show, because if I think about albums or music that has like truly shaped the person I am today, this would be the start of like the Zachariah that I am now when I was 18 when this album came out. Like, it was so monumental to me, much like she was to you. So it's kind of like, these are like really like character building artist for us.
Yeah, I feel like Beyonce is probably a greater character builder than Taylor Momsen,
Well,
but I
it's
can
just-
agree.
I think it's apples to oranges here. You know what I mean? But
Don't use my analogy against me.
what?
No, go ahead. Continue.
No, I'm agreeing. I'm just saying like they're not even in the same category of like styles of music.
Right.
Did that sound, was I being rude?
No, I'm being silly.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean it in a sassy way.
No,
I was just saying
no.
like, that we're just different people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But no, I just like love this album so much. And I was like looking at the track list, thinking the videos and be like, what song means the most to me? I know it's not like a very popular song, but her song with Drake was my ultimate favorite song off the album when it first came out. And 10 years later, I still think about it so much to this day.
I just want to say, your mind.
Fuck what you heard, your mind, your mind.
Why did they like
Oh,
edit that part out?
They only did that on the edited version.
Is it?
Yeah, it's yeah. Well, it's kind of like
Yeah, it's like what they say, but then they like the
Well,
rest of it's explicit.
2013 was also a very different time for music. I feel like we get a lot more swears in songs now than we did back then.
If we had told people back in the 80s that WAP was going to come out and
Oh, they
read
would
them
have lost their mind.
oh my God, take them to azlyrics.com. It'd be game over.
I know. We were just talking about it before we started recording this podcast, that when I think of like, I need to look at lyrics, I go to Genius and Jonathan goes to AZ.
Well, here's the thing. azlyrics.com, not sponsored, has always been there for us. And back when I was obsessed with Rent, the musical and movie, I would print off the lyrics from AZ Lyrics, and it was just clean, and it was exactly how I wanted it. I'd print them out, I would staple them together, I'd practice downstairs all by myself
It's giving Christmas caroling.
with my Palm Pilot in hand. I was Christmas caroling by myself.
I liked AZ Lyrics too, but I think I evolved. Much like I said on the walk here, I was like, I used to use the Yahoo search engine as well, but then Google came around. So like much like that, I switched to Genius because I feel like now it gives me some fun facts about the songs as I read the lyrics.
Yeah, in context. So you're saying that I'm less evolved. I understand.
No, I think you're nostalgic for the things that you love and you hold them close to your heart.
Just call me a Yahoo again. Just say it.
Listen, this isn't about AZ Lyrics and Genius. This is about Beyonce's song Mine.
Continue.
And I just think it's amazing. The entire album is a no-skip album for me. I remember being so obsessed to the point where like it was all I listened to. I watched it at midnight and I could talk about it for fucking years. I love every single song off it. Beyonce will forever be in my top 5 artists. This song would be in my top 10 songs. I don't know if it would make its way all the way to number 1. Maybe it's top 5 for me, but off that album, it's definitely number 1 for me. It's just, it's incredible. And the video is so cool.
I feel like everyone remembers where they were when this came out.
Because no one had ever done it before. No one had ever dropped an album with all the music videos and all the songs at the exact same time to make a mini movie. It kind of set like a new industry trend, a new industry standard on how to do like your own stuff. Like she's constantly raising the bar for all of us.
The NDAs must have been so tight because think
Yeah.
about how many people were involved, not just musically, but like on set
Mhm.
for the videos.
Yeah,
that
I know.
it's just so crazy that it didn't really leak.
$15.99 on iTunes. I bought it.
Mm.
I still have it. I also bought Lemonade too.
Mm,
I've
oh my
only
God,
bought a
so
few
good.
albums. I really have not bought a lot of albums like through iTunes, but like,
Yeah, it's not very Trisha Paytas of you.
yeah, it's not. Listen, I'm a streamer. I'm a Spotify user.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I could talk about it a lot, but I'm going to spare you guys the details of everything. But Mine truly is such an amazing song.
I love that. We got 2 great camp songs and we didn't do Christmas songs.
Yeah, because we want these songs to live on the playlist where it doesn't feel like, why am I listening to a random Christmas song?
Yes.
Because like we said before in the episode description, the playlist is linked for the Spotify
Mhm.
account as well as the YouTube playlist, all available to free for you, just for some fun.
Yeah. Well, guys,
The end of the
time
show.
has come, the walrus said. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for all of the support this year.
Yeah, thank you for a fantastic growth in 2023. 2024 has so many amazing things finally happening for us that we will not say until my finger is on the contract, but
Is in the cake.
Yeah, things are finally happening that we've all been waiting for. So we're so excited. So a much needed break for us for Christmas. As for
Yeah.
you, enjoy your family, enjoy your fun, take a minute, collect, I don't know, what should I say? Like take a minute and just enjoy the year that we've all had together.
Yeah, for sure. And if you guys, we're going to be doing the emails and everything for Trail Mix next year. So if you've got stories or you've been thinking about writing in, you can write into us at campcounselorspod@gmail.com, or you can go to our website, campcounselorspodcast.com, and you can send it in there. And happy holidays to you.
Thank you so much for being here all year. We'll see you next year. And with that being said, lights out, campers.